Good afternoon, students. Whether my screen is visible to all? Yes, students.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So, uh, in previous lecture, we have seen types of inheritances. Out of that, we are able to implement inheritance with the help of a classes for three types only. That is the single, multi-level, and hierarchical. Okay. Then remaining two, that is multiple and hybrid inheritances we cannot directly implement with the help of a classes. For that we need the interfaces. So whatever part is related to these two types of inheritances are there, we will cover in the next point, that is the abstraction. After polymorphism, abstraction is there. In that case we will cover these two types, because before covering or before moving towards interfaces, you should know about what is the polymorphism and how you can achieve that characteristic related to Java. That is the OOPS concept. Okay, so first we will cover the polymorphism, then we will move towards the next point, that is the abstraction. And in that point, we will cover these two, multiple inheritance and hybrid inheritance. So next one, that is the one sub point related to inheritance is aggregation. Is the aggregation. If a class have an entity reference, it is known as an aggregation. It is known as aggregation. Aggregation represent has a relationship, because suppose consider one type of a situation like that. Employee object contains many information, for example ID, then name, email, then address, as well as PAN number, like that. Okay, so many informations is there, posting is there, then their salary details are there likewise. And it contains one more object named as, suppose, detailed information like a address. ठीक आहे, एक separate आपण address जर consider केला तर, which contains its own information, for example city, state, country, then pin code, right? So whenever you are creating one database, for that database you need to first create the classes to store the data. But before that, you should write the complete example through class. And suppose I am writing the employee, and in that employee you know that different parameters are there, that is the ID, name, address, phone number, then employee post, salary details, in some cases like insurances, etc. Family details are also there. Okay. Are you able to see this window?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So whenever you are creating that employee information, again address is divided into subparts, like what is the house number, then city name, road name, then area, after that state and pin code likewise. Okay, so this type of a correlation you have to maintain in the classes, and this process is called as the aggregation. If a class has an entity reference, it is known as the aggregation. You will have this topic, that is the aggregation point, in the database in detail. Okay, how to design aggregation, etc. is available in database in detail, but you should know how to implement in Java also. Okay, the basic use of this is what, it is reduce the code rewritation. Okay, means no need to write that code again and again. Keep it that code in one class, access those class with the help of inheritance in your program. Okay, now see when to use this aggregation. When to use this aggregation. Uh, just now I have told you that about the reuse, and one more is that inheritance should be used only if the relation is maintained throughout the lifetime of the object invoked. Okay, otherwise aggregation is the best choice. It may happen that sometimes you are unable to use the inheritance concept. So in that case, you can go for the aggregation. Now, I will show you here about this simple example about employee. Just now I have explained you. Now, for creation of this example, we need two separate classes. We need two separate classes. In one class, we will save the address details, and in second class, we will save the employee details, and we will call the address in our program by making its object, not a inheritance concept. मी इनहेरिटन्स न वापरता पण त्या क्लासला माझ्या क्लासमध्ये कॉल करू शकते. फक्त त्याच्यासाठी तुम्हाला त्या क्लासचा ऑब्जेक्ट डिझाइन करावा लागतो. ओके, नाउ सी हाऊ टू इम्प्लिमेंट दिस प्रोग्राम. First, I will write the address. First, I will write the address, public class address. Just a minute, students. I will once again stop sharing my screen because from my side it's not showing me proper. Once again, I will share it. Now see, it's clear. Okay. Hello, students. Are you with me?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, because what happened whenever we are moving further, your response is getting low. Why, I don't know. It's not happening with me, it's happening with all subjects. Okay, let it be. See, I have created one class. In that class, first I will declare all the variables that are related to address. So you tell me which are those variables that we can apply for the address. Yes, students, participate. Then and then only we will move further. Right now, I am doing one side communication. This is not both side. And this is not the way for the programming languages. This is the complete programming subject and you are not responding properly. You have to tell me. Hello students, there is a one notice for you. It may happen that at tomorrow your mock interviews will be get scheduled for each and every student. That's why I have stopped my voice. You have to prepare yourself. You will get its notice within few minutes. In that, mention your interested subject that you are perfect, and according to that, prepare yourself. And one more thing, in that you have to on your camera whenever your turn is there. Okay, and you should be in formal dress. Okay, like an final interviews, how they are facing final year student in same pattern, you have to follow that instructions. First prepare yourself as per your interest, because right now you are in third year. Whatever languages, whatever subjects you have learned, take it from that, or if any extra point you have done, use that point, no issues. But prepare your one subject, so that according to that subject your interview will be get scheduled. Okay. Actually, this activity is done for final year students, and now they are facing the original interviews, that is the placement and company related interviews. But you should able to give that such a interviews. That's why we have planned it for second year as well as for third year mock interviews. That will help you in final year, because only 6 months are remain for you people to go in the final year. So you should prepare about it. Okay. So within few minutes you will get it notice, as well as one sheet. In that you have to write your interest. Okay, so be clear about that, because on the basis of that one panel is there. That panel will ask you the question and you have to answer like a interview, not a oral examination. ओके, त्यामुळे जे काही बोलायचं आहे ते व्यवस्थित बोला. ऍज अ तुम्ही फायनल इंटरव्ह्यू देणार आहात असंच बोला, बिकॉज दिस ऍक्टिव्हिटी इज कंडक्टेड बाय अवर प्लेसमेंट डिपार्टमेंट, that is from TPO side, and we are coordinating this activity for your future plans, so that you will be eligible to give the final interviews in the final year. Okay, so if you are having any queries, you can ask me after completion of our lecture. We will wait for 5 minutes in the lecture only. You can discuss over there. Okay. Now should we proceed our program?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. See, we are dealing with the aggregation now. Now we are creating one class having name as a address, and we want to fetch these properties in the another class having name as a employee. Okay. Now just tell me that which variables we will take over here to complete the address class. You can give the answer from your side. Which variable should we consider? Yes, students.
Involved.
अरे तुम्ही इम्प्लिमेंट केलेत ना काल प्रोग्राम्स? ऍड्रेस साठी नॉर्मली कुठले व्हेरिएबल्स असू शकतात? पिन कोड. Other than this, see here student, one way communication is not at all good for engineering. मी सिंपल लँग्वेज मध्ये सांगते, जर तुम्ही असं करणार असाल तर तुम्ही फायनल इयरला कसं करणार आहात सांगा बरं. तुम्ही बोलल्याशिवाय का तुम्हाला सांगता येणार आहे की तुम्हाला काय म्हणायचं ते? Okay, तालुका, district. Any other students? Total 95 students are there. Remaining are going in like this. Okay. I think these many students only are attending the lecture, those who are replying me. Remaining all are not attending seriously. They are just logged in and going here and there. Actually, you are a sincere batch and still you are doing like this. I don't know what happened. Okay, see. Whatever answers I got from your side, out of that, I will take a very important one. That is first one, city name, then taluka, already covered in the city, so you can go to the district also, then state and country if applicable. Okay, and then pin code also. Okay, so you can take a pin code and it is in the format of a integer. So I will take here as a pin code. Now write one constructor, or you can use the method also, but right now I am using the constructor to take the values from the user. I'm purposefully mentioning it as a public one because we are accessing this class into the another class. If we are using the inheritance, then you can simultaneously write in the single code only. Okay. See, first I will pass string city, then state, after that country, and then pin code, integer pin code. Okay, so just I have written here total 4 parameters, and in that now which keyword we need to use over here? Yesterday we have already learned which keyword is required to match this two or to avoid this ambiguity.
Yes, ma'am.
Right, correct. Now we will use this keyword to avoid this ambiguity. This city is equal to city. This state is equal to state. Then this. Now we have taken the country. Country is equal to country. Okay, and last pin code. So this dot pin code is equal to pin code. Okay. So this is the very simple code we have written for the address class. So first I will save it as an address. Okay, हा झाला माझा पहिला code. Now I want to write employee code and I want to access it into another code. Okay. Whether you able to see this?
Ma'am.
I think this window is not okay. 1 minute. I will once again open it. Just a minute, students. I will share it once again. It may happen that because I'm simultaneously opening it, but due to closing, it's unable to show you over here once again. Now check whether you are able to see both notepad windows or not. Okay. Okay. Now I will take a one more class to fetch the employee details to user window. Okay, employee. Again, you need employee ID, right? Over here, you need employee ID, then name. So name must be in string format. Just a minute, students. And your address is in the format of class. So no need to write that code again and again. You have to just use this class with its object. Okay, and this process is called as the aggregation. We are fetching that class in our class without the aggregation, with the help of inheritance. But right now we are not using the concept of inheritance. So what we have done, we have taken the object of that particular class, and now we are taking all the parameters that we have covered in this aggregation class, sorry, address class. लक्षात येते, आपण जे ऍड्रेस या क्लासमध्ये जे काही पॅरामीटर्स घेतलेले होते ते आपण कम्प्लिटली आता आपण एम्प्लॉई क्लासमध्ये ऍक्सेस करू शकतो, का तर आपण त्याचा ऑब्जेक्ट क्रिएट केला. हे तुम्हाला इनहेरिटन्स कन्सेप्टनी पण यूज करता आलं असतं, बट यू कॅन यूज इट विथ द हेल्प ऑफ अ ऑब्जेक्ट क्रिएशन ऑफ दॅट क्लास, अँड दिस प्रोसेस इज कॉल्ड एज द ऍग्रिगेशन. लक्षात येते. नाउ नॉर्मल constructor of employee class, normal constructor of employee class, that is employee. In that again I will use the same parameters, so we can use this keyword, then string name, and after that same object for this address, that is the ADDR. ओके, लक्षात येते. आता ऍड्रेस कसा पास करायचा हे पण तुम्हाला बघावं लागेल. आता आपण आधी कन्स्ट्रक्टर क्रिएट करून घेऊयात, मग मेन मेथड मध्ये आयडी नेम हे दोन्ही प्लस ऍड्रेस असं दोन्ही ऍट अ टाइम कसं पास करायचं हे आपण बघणार आहोत. अँड दिस कम्प्लीट प्रोग्राम acts as a one example of a aggregation. Now normal like this dot id is equal to id, then this dot name is equal to name, and this dot address is equal to address. This is the normal functioning for this employee constructor. Then we will write the display method to print the values to user. See here student, due to registration process you may happen that you may get a noise from my side. Okay, because I am in the lab, so in outside the lab some rush is there, so it may happen that you may get a voice of that, so sorry for that from my side. Now for just printing we need to write the SOP statement. In that we will print the ID as well as name. Okay, just two parameters we will pass over here, and next one is the address. To pass the address we need to use the object of address class. We need to use the object of address class, that is the ADDR dot. Now see which parameters we have used in the address: city, state, and country. Just you have to use same names over here. First one is the city, then state and country, then pin code, because we have used pin code, so we will add it also over here. Dot first country, and last one is pin code. Okay, so this is our display method. Now we will move towards main method, public static void main in the string arguments. Now see, आता तुम्हाला इथे लक्ष द्यायचं आहे, का तर पहिल्यांदा आपल्याला ऍड्रेस पण घ्यायचा आहे प्लस एम्प्लॉई आयडी अँड नेम पण घ्यायचा आहे युजर कडून. ओके, युजर कडून तुम्हाला या दोन गोष्टी घ्यायच्या आहेत. सो फर्स्ट वी विल क्रिएट ऑब्जेक्ट ऑफ ऍड्रेस क्लास टू टेक द व्हॅल्यूज ऑफ ऍड्रेस. सपोज A1 is equal to new address. In that pass the city, then state and pin code. So I will pass here city as a Pandharpur. Okay, then state Maharashtra, and country India. And now I will pass the pin code. This is the integer one. Okay. And after that you need to create object of an employee class. Employee E1 is equal to new employee. In that, pass the ID and name. Suppose ID is 221. Suppose name is ABC. And here pass the address object, whatever we have created first. Okay, and then if you want to print data to user, just use the object of a employee, not object of a address. If you use this address to print the values in this location, it will generate null, and here it will generate the actual data. I will show you both the ways. First we will see the original value, that is if you have taken E1 dot display, it will generate the original output, that is name with its address. So first save this code as employee.java, which is holding the main method. So while implementing, you have to execute this program, not an address. Okay, so fetching the address class properties in your program, we have created its object, and this process is called as the aggregation. We can use the inheritance also, but at that time you need to use the extend keyword. Okay, but we have not taken the inheritance concept, we have used the aggregation concept. So just compile it, Java C employee, and execute this one. ओके, पहिल्यांदा त्यांचं एम्प्लॉई आयडी नेम प्रिंट झाला आणि मग ऍड्रेस प्रिंट झाला. नाउ सी if I will write here in place of E1 A1, what happens? Okay, because this method is created inside the employee class, not inside the address class. That's why we cannot like this, because this method is available inside the employee class. So we need to use the object of employee class only over here. लक्षात येते सगळ्यांच्या? आपण एम्प्लॉईचाच का ऑब्जेक्ट यूज केलता? का तर डिस्प्ले मेथड कुठे अवेलेबल आहे तर तुमच्या एम्प्लॉई क्लास मध्ये अवेलेबल आहे. इफ यू वांट टू टेक बोथ द प्रोग्राम सायमल्टेनियसली, you can take it. I will keep it like this. Just for your information, you can take it. Just a minute, I am arranging it. Okay. Just for your information, I will share this complete programs after completion of this chapter, because I'm going to make it one zip file and I'm uploading it on your teaching diary. Okay, is there any doubts related to aggregation? Here your actual inheritance concept is get completed. Okay, inheritance related ज्या ज्या concepts आहेत त्या इथे complete झाल्या. I know that we have implemented very few programs related to inheritance, but whenever we will cover our complete chapter, means complete second chapter, then we will implement multiple statements based on each and every pillar. Okay, each and every oops concept. कारण एकमेकांशी हे सगळे कोरिलेट करतात, त्याच्यामुळे आपण एक एक स्टेटमेंट घेऊन ते त्यावेळेस इम्प्लिमेंट करणार, ज्यावेळेस म्हणजे हे सगळे कन्सेप्ट इम्प्लिमेंट होतील. ओके, अंडरस्टूड? Yes, students, have you understood? Hello, students. Are you with me?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now, I will open the next presentation. See, now we are moving towards the polymorphism. One step ahead related to this OOPS concept. Okay, actually, this is a very big chapter from Java. Okay, and it may take a much time to complete it, because for complete one concept of a OOPS, we require minimum 5 to 6 hours. Okay, if your response is good, then we can cover within a 4 hours also. But it depends from your side. If you will take a more time, means if you are not responding, then I will repeat it more times. Then it may take a much more time. Okay, it is actually big chapter, so it may take a more time. So each and every concept is based on different points, and togetherly it work as a one OOPS concept. So in polymorphism also same case is there. See, in polymorphism, how many points comes? Just I will enlist over here so you can get its idea. In polymorphism, you will have actually main types are based on the compile time and runtime polymorphism. So in compile time, method overloading is there and runtime method overriding is there. So initially we are seeing these 2 points only. Then return types, super keyword, then different blocks are there. Okay, final keyword is there like this. Okay, so togetherly this is called as the polymorphism. Then abstraction. In abstraction, just abstract class and interfaces are there, and we can implement the remaining two types of inheritance in the abstraction. And encapsulation, you are having packages. Encapsulation and abstraction, 2 hours are sufficient, but for polymorphism, you require more time. Minimum 4 hours are required if we are getting the 2 hours lectures. So this is your scenario of second chapter. This is your scenario for second chapter. Okay, is it clear? Should we move towards method overloading?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Is there any queries? कोणाला काही क्वेरीज आहेत का इनहेरिटन्स मध्ये? नसतील तर मग आपण पुढे जाऊयात. ओके. Okay, now within few minutes you will get a notice. Right now we got it, so after lecture I will circulate with you. Okay, so if you are having any doubts, you can ask me. Okay. And after completion of this polymorphism, I will keep a one MCQ test only based on the inheritance and polymorphism. Okay, so try to solve that test. It will be very easy for you. Okay, म्हणजे तुम्हाला जे काही कन्सेप्ट झाले ते इझिली लक्षात येतील. Am I clear? Okay. Now see, what is meant by method overloading? We have seen constructor overloading. Now we are moving towards method overloading. If a class has multiple methods having same name but different parameters is known as the method overloading. If we have to perform only one operation having same name, which increases the readability of the program. Okay, I think you have already used in previously, means in CPP, but its polymorphism concept is completely based on this method overloading and method. Whether my screen is not visible?
Visible, ma'am.
Okay. Its main advantage is what? It increases the reliability of the program. There is no necessity to rough and again rewrite that code. Okay, just keep it as it is and just overload it and go further. So it's basically divided into two parts by changing the number of arguments and by changing the data type. Two ways are there. Sometimes name is same, but argument list is get different, and sometimes data types are also get different. Okay, so it's totally depend on the application. So we will see its first program, and then we will move towards method overriding. Okay, so first we will see its simple program related to first one. Okay, is there any queries? Actually, this concept is very easy. Okay, now see, I will take a very simple code for this one. I will create one class. Suppose this is a sample class related to address. Otherwise, I will change the example. Otherwise, you will confuse that in same example I am making the changes. So I will take a one more example, that is this sum. I will take a one class, that is sum. Inside that class, I will make a method. And now see, I am using the static method. I am using the static method, so no need to create its object. If you want to take it a normal method, you can take it, but create its object while fetching this method in the main class. Now see what I'm doing. I'm implementing first type. What is our first type? By changing number of arguments. Data type is one and the same, but just we are changing the number of arguments. Okay, integer a, comma, integer b, and in that we will perform the addition operation. So after summation, it will generate the result as a plus b. Okay, so this is the first method. Now I will use the same method for 3 arguments. I will use it for 3 arguments, integer c, and just add that c over here. लक्षात येतं मी काय केलं? So this concept is called as the method overloading with arguments. Changing number of arguments first time. Now take a one more class which holds the main method. This is method overloading concept, so I will write here M class for method overloading, M class 1, because we are implementing it for first type of a method overloading. That's why I have written M plus 1. Then write the main method. Now here you can directly print the values to console because we have used the static keyword while creating the method. जर मी स्टॅटिक कीवर्ड यूज केला नसता तर त्या केसमध्ये तुम्हाला आधी सम या क्लासचा ऑब्जेक्ट क्रिएट करावा लागला असता, मग दॅट ऑब्जेक्ट विथ दॅट मेथड. सपोज एस इज ऑब्जेक्ट देन एस डॉट सम या प्रोसेसने तुम्हाला कॉल करावं लागलं असतं. बट राईट नाव I have not created its object, so you can directly call like this. See, actually I will change the name. This is the one more concept, but we will see it later. Sum dot sum and pass the parameters, suppose 2, 5, and this is applicable for and I will save it. Okay, understood? Method overloading by changing the number of arguments. Any queries? Now you have to implement the method overloading by changing the data types. By changing the data types. Now what you have to do? You have to keep this as it is, but just change the second method by changing the here data type. You can take it as a float or you can take it as a double. Yes, Siddhi, can you mute yourself? Okay, so see, by changing the data type, तुम्हाला काय करायचं आहे? मेथड पहिली अशीच ठेवायची आहे, फक्त जी सेकंड मेथड आहे ती फ्लोट करा किंवा डबल करा आणि त्यांची ऍडिशन करायची. ओके, जस्ट यू हॅव टू रिप्लेस इट बाय सेम मेथड नेम, आर्ग्युमेंट्स चा काउंट पण सेम राहील, फक्त डेटा टाइप चेंज होईल. Okay, so take a 5 minutes, no issues. Take a 5 minutes, try to implement it, and after implementation, just drop me message in the chat box. Then I will make you as a host, and you can share your screen. Okay, understood?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so take a 5 minutes. I will keep this program in front of you like this only. Try it from your side. Otherwise, I will implement. No issues.
Ma'am,
Yes,
we have to change the data type of method or the parameters also.
parameters also.
Okay.
Vedangi, I will make you as a co-host if you want to share it.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, 1 minute. Yes. Vedangi, you can share. Yes, correct. So this is the one type of a method overloading by changing the data types of method as well as argument list. Okay, understood? Now see, Vedangi has implemented it. Also, she has made one change that she has increased the argument list also, right? She has also increased the argument list, but due to this method overloading concept, it is get implemented. Thank you, Vedangi. Yes, is there anybody who want to share it? Yes, students. Okay, see, I'm writing the roll call list. Those who are absent in the chat box because I know that uh, right now many of you have joined, but still previously, we should just check it. This is related to ADVG. Now I'm uploading the PDVG. So these are the absent numbers. Okay. Should we move further? Yes, I. It means you have joined. Am I correct? So I will share my screen 1 second. Now our next point is method overriding. Now we have seen the method overloading. Next point is a method overriding. Okay, before moving towards overriding, I want to just ask you one question. If you overload the main method, what happens? जर मी मेन मेथड ओव्हरलोड करायला गेले तर काय होऊ शकेल? Okay, just see. Because I want to show you one error related to this program. I will take one new notepad and I will just change it as a 2. I will make it as a double. See here, मला फक्त एक error. Actually, this is not the error. This is related to warning. Or see it carefully. मी काय केलं, 2 मेथड्स घेतल्यात. एक घेतली इंटिजर टाइपची, एक घेतली डबल टाइपची. आणि SOP स्टेटमेंट लिहिताना इंटिजर टाइप पास केलाय. Okay, now see what happen when you will implement it. Any guesses from your side? Yes, students. When I will execute it, what happen? Any guesses from your side? Yes, students. जर मी असं केलं, एकच स्टेटमेंट आहे माझं आता इथे. ठीक आहे, एवढंच स्टेटमेंट आहे. ह्याच्यापैकी ते कोणती मेथड घेईल? Because 2 and 5 are also act as a double values, right? Which method is takes? Yes, students. Any guess? चुकलं तर चुकू द्या, कारण हे तुम्ही आधी फर्स्ट. ओके. Any other students? Any guesses? See, या केस मध्ये ह्याला एक कंपाइल टाइम एरर जनरेट होते. सी, just a minute. I have saved it or not? Yes, I have saved it. Okay, now it's get implemented, right? But it's totally depend on the version. But sometimes it generate ambiguity, and due to this ambiguity, it generate a compile time error. Right now, it has not generated. Sometimes it may generate. Sometimes it may generate. I will change some values. Suppose I have taken 44. Same values. Okay. ठीक आहे, पण आता इथे ती एरर येत नाही. पण सगळ्यांनी लक्षात ठेवा, ज्या केस मध्ये तुम्ही एकच SOP स्टेटमेंट देता, त्या केस मध्ये कंपाइल टाइम एरर पण जनरेट होण्याचे चान्सेस असतात. राइट नाउ इट हॅज नॉट जनरेटेड, बट समटाइम्स इट मे अ केस. ठीक आहे, सगळ्यांनी हा प्रोग्राम इम्प्लिमेंट करा. काही जणांना तसा प्रॉब्लेम येईल, सगळ्यांनाच नाही येणार, तर काही जणांना तो प्रॉब्लेम येऊ शकतो. ठीक आहे, त्याच्यामुळे जेव्हा तुम्हाला MCQs असतील त्यावेळेस ऑब्जेक्टिव्ह प्रॉपरली चेक करा. तुम्हाला तिथे आन्सर दिले का बघा, काय एररचा पण ऑप्शन दिलाय का, बोथ असं दिले. इट्स टोटली डिपेंड ऑन दी कंपाइलर, सो यू हॅव टू टेक केअर अबाउट इट. ओके, ठीक आहे. बरं, आता माझा एक क्वेश्चन होता, कॅन वी ओव्हरलोड जावा मेन मेथड? ओव्हरलोड करू शकू का आपण? Yes, students. See, we will implement that program. आपण डायरेक्टली तो प्रोग्रामच इम्प्लिमेंट करूया. Okay, see. I will take a new class. मी आता इथे मेन मेथड ओव्हरलोड करते. See here properly. I will give name as a sample. सॅम्पल म्हणून मी प्रोग्रामला नाव देते. पहिल्यांदा मी पब्लिक मेन मेथड घेते पब्लिक स्टॅटिक void main आणि त्याच्यामध्ये स्ट्रिंग आर्ग्युमेंट्स पास करते. नॉर्मल जसं आपण करतो सेम प्रोसेस, मी बाकी काही चेंजेस केलेले नाही. ठीक आहे. आणि ह्याच्यामध्ये एक जस्ट एसओपी स्टेटमेंट लिहिते. system डॉट आउट डॉट प्रिंटएल आणि ह्याच्यामध्ये माझा पहिला मेसेज असेल मेन विथ स्ट्रिंग आर्ग्युमेंट्स. आता मी ते मेन मेथडचे फॉर्मॅट फक्त चेंज करते. ठीक आहे. जे तिथे आपण फॉर्मॅट टाकतो तोच मी इथे फॉर्मॅट देते टाकून. आता मी फक्त फॉर्मॅटिंग चेंज करते का आता तुम्हाला ऑलरेडी सांगितलं, मी तुम्हाला 3-4 वेज दाखवले होते मेन मेथड राईट करण्यासाठी. आता आपण इथे काय करूया, फक्त ते जे वेज आहेत ते युटिलाइज करूया. ठीक आहे. ते जे वेज होते आपले ते युटिलाइज करूया. नाउ सी व्हॉट आय हॅव डन. I have just removed. Actually, you need to pass the array brackets. But here we are trying to implement the whether main method will overload or not. Okay, and here I will not pass any arguments because just now we have seen the two types argument, same list of arguments with different data by changing the argument list, count of argument list, and if we merge it then it like this, and here just none. Okay, I will save it. Now see which main method is get implemented. 1 minute, first I will save it, then you can give the answer. ह्याच्यामधली कुठली मेन मेथड इम्प्लिमेंट होईल? See, I will implement. It has taken first one. It has taken first one. Now see, I will change the sequence. Now see. Why it is taking this one only, not remaining two? जरासा विचार करा या गोष्टीचा. Yes students, थोडासा विचार करा हे असं का होतंय. Any guess? Yes students, any guess? Updated made may be taken. Okay, any other? See, लक्ष द्या आता या प्रोग्राम कडे. This is concept related to method overloading. This is concept related to method overloading, but this is our actual main method. आपण जेव्हा मेन मेथड लिहितो त्यावेळेस कंपल्सरी अरे मेन्शन करतो स्ट्रिंग आर्ग्युमेंट्स पास करताना, right? So it may be written after this string continuously or after the name of this arguments, means variable name. Okay, these are the three formats. So this is the actual main method and we are trying to overload it. We are trying to overload it. It will work, but see, this is the main method, so by default it will get implemented by the compiler. Syntactically these two are the correct. Syntactically these two are the correct, but due to our actual flow of program, this main method is gets called, not remaining two, because syntactically these are the not correct. As compared to methods, these are the correct. मेथडचा कन्सेप्ट पाहिला तर ह्या दोन्ही मेथड्स करेक्ट आहेत, पण या मेन मेथड म्हणून ऍक्ट होऊ शकत नाही का तर इथं स्ट्रिंग आर्ग्युमेंट पास केले पण ते अरे नाही, इथं तर डिफॉल्ट आहे मेन मेथड, आर्ग्युमेंट लिस्टच नाही. ठीक आहे, that's why it has taken this one, and due to syntactically correct message it has get printed and its output is on the console. ओके. तुम्हाला लिंकर लोडर जेव्हा होईल त्यावेळेस ह्या सगळ्या गोष्टी लक्षात येतील. सिंटॅक्टिकली करेक्ट असला की कोड पुढे पास होतो, कंपाईल होतो तो पुढे पास होतो. म्हणून काही गोष्टी अशा असतात की त्या रन टाइम एरर्स असतात. लक्षात येतंय? इंटरव्ह्यूच्या वेळेला ह्या गोष्टींवरती तुम्हाला फोकस करायचा आहे. ओके. टेक्निकल ऍप्टी इंटरव्ह्यूज ह्या वेळेस ह्या गोष्टी खूप इम्पॉर्टंट आहेत तुम्हाला. इज इट ओके?
Ma'am, can we pass any another data type of arguments in main
Yes,
other
yes.
than string?
Okay. Here only I will show you. I will pass the integer. See, right now I have passed the integer data type. Once again compile it and execute it. Okay? Understood?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so syntactically it acts as a methods, but it will start implementation from main method only. ओके. तुम्ही कितींदा जरी एक्झिक्यूट केला तरी ह्या मेथड्स कडे प्रोग्राम मधलं काहीही जाणार नाही. If you want to fetch it in your program, what you have to do? In main method, you have to write its name, but it generate some conflict. See what type of a conflict it will generate. Name of class is our sample dot method name is a main, आणि तिथे मी आर्ग्युमेंट्स घेतले, सो आय विल पास हिअर इंटिजर आर्ग्युमेंट सपोज 5. ठीक आहे, हे आपलं मेथडचं नाव आहे आणि ह्याच्यामध्ये मी काय पास केलं 5. त्या केसमध्ये तिथे जो डेटा होता तो त्यांना प्रिंट करून घेतला. ठीक आहे, जर मी इथे सपोज ठीक आहे, जे ओरिजिनल व्हॅल्यू आपण युजर कडनं घेतोय ती मी प्रिंट करायला घेतली तर ते तसं वर्कआउट होईल. 5 व्हॅल्यू विल बी गेट प्रिंटेड. लक्षात आलं? कंपायलर ह्याला नॉर्मल मेथड्स म्हणून घेतोय. मेन मेथड ऍक्च्युअल जी मेन मेथड आहे तशी घेत नाही. लक्षात आलंय? जेव्हा त्याला स्ट्रिंग आर्ग्युमेंट्स, स्ट्रिंग आणि त्याचा अरे असं मेन मेथड मध्ये आर्ग्युमेंट लिस्ट मध्ये भेटेल, तीच केस तो मेन मेथड म्हणून फेच करतो. रिमेनिंग विल कन्सिडर इट ॲज अ नॉर्मल मेथड्स. ओके. ठीक आहे, मी याच पद्धतीने ती डिफॉल्ट वाली पण कॉल करते, जेणेकरून जर अजून कुणाचं कन्फ्युजन होत असेल तर ते क्लिअर होईल. मेन मेथड मध्ये ह्या मेन मेथड मध्ये कुठला मेसेज आहे? नन. तो पण तुम्हाला कन्सोल वरती दिसेल. लक्षात आलं? This is the concept of method overloading and this is the beauty of method overloading. लक्षात येते? Okay. If you have means you have done related to this, then we will move towards method overriding. मला ते आठवलं मेन मेथडचं म्हणून मी आधी सांगितलं, जेणेकरून because these all things are not available in a single page, you need to search it more. If you refer the Java complete reference, then much more information is available related to Java. जेवढी त्याच्यामध्ये तुम्हाला वाचता येईल इन्फॉर्मेशन ती खूप आहे. नाही तुम्हाला जेवढी वाचायची असेल तेवढं इंटरेस्ट नुसार तुम्ही त्याला वाचू शकता, जेव्हा वेळ असेल त्या वेळेस. ठीक आहे, कारण ते असं एका दिवसात होणारी गोष्ट नाहीये. जेव्हा जेव्हा तुम्हाला वेळ असेल तेव्हा तेव्हा त्याची सॉफ्ट कॉपी घ्या, नसेल तर सांगा, मी शेअर करते. खूप इन्फॉर्मेशन आहे. जावाच्या बाबतीत तुम्ही जेवढं रीड करताल तेवढं कमी आहे. ठीक आहे, म्हणून तुम्हाला पहिल्यापासून सांगते, जसं आपण जावा स्टार्ट केलं त्याला एखादा खेळ असल्यासारखं खेळा त्या प्रोग्रामिंग लँग्वेजला. तुम्ही जेवढं त्याला खेळताल त्याच्या मागचे रिझन्स लक्षात घेताल तेवढं तुम्ही परफेक्ट होत जाता. हे एका दिवसातली गोष्ट नाही. ठीक आहे, तुम्हाला खूप दिवस त्याच्यावरती घालवावे लागतील, मगच ह्या गोष्टी सगळ्या कदाचित तुम्ही माझ्या पुढचं पण काहीतरी शिकू शकता, पण तुम्ही त्याच्याशी आधी खेळलं पाहिजे. ठीक आहे, कारण नुसतं शिकायचं म्हणून गेलात तर तुम्ही ठराविक पॉइंट्सच शिकताल, पण तुम्ही त्याच्यामध्ये इंटरेस्ट घेतला तर तुम्ही जे आपले सिलेबसचे पॉइंट आहेत त्याच्या बाहेर जाऊन विचार करा. ओके. Okay, now should we proceed? Method overriding. स्पीड जास्त होत नाहीये ना? Yes, students. Hello, students. स्पीड जास्त होत नाहीये ना? Hello, am I audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. सी जर कोणाला स्पीडच्या बाबतीत प्रॉब्लेम येत असेल तर आत्ताच सांगा. ओके, कारण कसं आहे आपण फ्लो मध्ये असतो, त्या फ्लो मध्ये मी तशीच पुढे जाते. त्याच्यामुळे जर तुम्हाला अचानक वाटलं की स्पीड वाढलाय किंवा खूपच कमी झालाय तर त्यावेळेस सांगा. नाव मेथड ओव्हरलोडिंग. What is mean by method overriding? If a subclass or child class has the same methods as declared in the parent class. आता मेथड ओव्हरलोडिंग मध्ये काय केलं, एकाच क्लास मध्ये ती मेथड ओव्हरलोड होत होती, पण मेथड ओव्हररायडिंग मध्ये काय असणार आहे, चाइल्ड क्लास मध्ये पण ती मेथड आहे आणि पॅरेंट क्लास मध्ये पण ती मेथड आहे. त्या टाइपच्या कन्सेप्टला मेथड ओव्हररायडिंग म्हणायचं. लक्षात येतो डिफरन्स? एकाच क्लास मध्ये मेथड ओव्हरलोड होत असतील, मेथड्स रिपीट होत असतील, मेथड नेम्स, तर ते झालं मेथड ओव्हरलोडिंग. आणि एकच मेथड नेम जर सब क्लास आणि सुपर क्लास ह्याच्यामध्ये रिपीट होत असतील तर त्याला मेथड ओव्हररायडिंग म्हणायचं. ओके, इफ सब क्लास प्रोव्हाइड्स अ स्पेसिफिक इम्प्लिमेंटेशन of the method that has been declared by one of the parent class is known as the method overriding. Okay, जे सब क्लास मध्ये जे काही इम्प्लिमेंटेशन चालू आहे त्या पर्टिक्युलर मेथडचं, त्याच फॉर्मॅट मध्ये जर ती पॅरेंट क्लास मध्ये पण अवेलेबल झाली तरच मेथड ओव्हररायडिंग म्हणणार आपण. Its main use is what? It is used to provide a specific implementation of a method which is already provided by its superclass as well as runtime polymorphism to achieve the runtime polymorphism. या ह्याचे दोन uses हे आहेत. Understood difference between method overloading and method overriding? Now some rules are also there to achieve the method overriding and how we can find out whether this is method overridden or not. First one is the method must have same name as a parent class name. Means parent class method name. The method must have the same name as in the parent class. This is one rule. Then second one, the method must have the same parameters that are available in the parent class. Okay, and most important part is that it is must has in having is a relationship. It means inheritance concept must be there. Okay, पॅरेंट क्लास मध्ये सेम नावाची मेथड हवी, प्लस त्याचे आर्ग्युमेंट लिस्ट म्हणजे पॅरामीटर्स शुड बी सेम, and is a relationship means they are having inheritance, they are inheriting in between them, then and then only you can achieve this method overriding. So these are the simple rules that are comes under the method overriding. Okay, now see how to implement method overriding in day-to-day life applications. ओके, मी आधी तुम्हाला सिंपल ऍप्लिकेशन सिंपल प्रोग्राम सांगते आणि मग त्याचा आपण एखादं ऍप्लिकेशन फॉर्मॅट प्रमाणे एक प्रोग्राम बघणार आहोत. इज इट क्लिअर?
Yes, ma'am.
ओके, नाउ सी I will take one simple class. In that I will write a example of a printer. Okay, if I will write a printer, we cannot override it. 1 minute, I will use the another one example so we can make overriding concept. Suppose I will take one example like that. Otherwise, I will take one vehicle. Okay, so functioning is one and the same, that is running. In that, I will not pass any arguments because functioning is what? Just running. In SOP statement, this is inside the vehicle class, so I will write vehicle is running. Okay, in same format, I will take one more class. Suppose car. Suppose there is one vehicle, that is car, which extends, because right now we have seen one rule, these two are may be present, but they should be in extends, means in inheritance concept. Extends vehicle class. I have written in small, so I will written here small. Same method I will follow over here, but I will change its information. Car is running. Okay, now see. Same parameters are there here. Default method is there, so I have taken default method for class car also, because this is the subclass and vehicle is the superclass. Now see, I will call the main method inside the car only. Public static void main. Then pass the arguments list. And just create the object of a car. C is equal to new car, and just call the method name, that is run. And when you will call this, it will generate the output as a car is running. First I will save it. Okay, just I will implement it. Java C car Java car is running. By default, it will take this method only, because we have created object for this car class. And see, if you want to take a value of previous method, means previous class method, that is the parent class, then you need to use one another concept, but we will see this concept later. फक्त लक्षात ठेवा, जर तुम्हाला ही मेथड कॉल करायची असेल ओव्हररायडिंग होत असताना, तर त्यासाठी आपल्याला अजून एक वे आहे, तो वापरून आपण मेन क्लास कॉल करू शकतो. ठीक आहे, इथे ऑलरेडी तो कॉल झालेला आहे, पण ही मेथड आपण कॉल नाही करू शकलो. का, तर ह्या क्लासचा आपण ऑब्जेक्ट क्रिएट केला, and it will first take the own method only, and then it will take the, if we require, then we need to create a only object of this class, then and then only we can execute that method. ओके, त्याच्यासाठी एक प्रोव्हिजन आहे, पण ती आपण नंतर बघणार आहोत. त्याला सेपरेट प्रोव्हिजन दिलेले आहे, त्या पॉइंटचं नाव सेपरेट आहे, त्याच वेळेला आपण तो कन्सेप्ट बघूया. आता फक्त एवढं लक्षात ठेवा, मेथड ओव्हररायडिंग करतोय, सेम पॅरामीटर्स हवे, प्लस ते दोन क्लास हे इनहेरिटन्स या कन्सेप्ट मध्ये कनेक्ट झालेले असावे. देन अँड देन ओनली वी कॅन इम्प्लिमेंट दी इनहेरिटन्स, सॉरी, ओव्हररायडिंग. Is there any query? Yes, students, is there any query? See, one more note you have to remember, or you have to keep it with that. If we are using the static method, then it cannot be overridden. जर तुम्ही स्टॅटिक मेथड यूज करत असाल तर ती ओव्हरराईड करता येत नाही, बिकॉज you know that we are not using object to call these static methods. We are directly calling it. That's why we cannot override it. Okay. Okay. Any queries? Super. Okay. Some are asking related to super keyword. Yes, it's correct. But wait. प्रत्येक गोष्टीची वेळ आहे, त्या वेळेला मी सांगते, म्हणून मी आता सांगितलं नाही, कारण अजून तुम्हाला सुपर कीवर्ड माहिती नाही, त्याच्यामुळे ही कन्सेप्ट डायरेक्टली इम्प्लिमेंट करता येणार नाही. ओके, यू आर राईट. But at the time of super keyword, I will implement over here. So everybody, they are in that phase, so they can get a easily. लक्षात येते? Okay. So those who are suggesting the correct answer, they are on the right track. Don't worry or don't hesitate to give the answers. Okay, you are in the right track. You can drop me the answers. Okay, don't worry about that. याचा अर्थ तुम्ही स्टडी करताय हे लक्षात येते. ओके, जोपर्यंत तुम्ही क्वेरी विचारत नाही किंवा एखाद्या गोष्टीचा आन्सर देत नाही, तोपर्यंत तुम्ही अभ्यासाला लागला ह्याचं मिनिंग होतच नाही. ओके, now see, now we will implement one more example or one more program based on the method overriding. ठीक आहे, तो काय प्रोग्राम आहे त्याचं मी आधी तुम्हाला एक स्टेटमेंट सांगते. In different banks we are having a different rate of interest. Okay, its functionality is one and the same, that is the rate of interest, but it depends on the different banks. Okay, suppose I have created one parent class having name as a bank. In that rate of interest, I will write initially I will write it as a 0, but it depend on the banks. So I will create a different child classes like HDFC, ICI, Axis, SBI, okay, etc. So in that, according to bank, the rate of interest will get changed. So you have to call that particular bank with the help of object of that class only. So now we will implement that program. This is one type of application. So first I will create a class having name as a bank. त्याच्यामध्ये मी rate of interest नावाची एक मेथड घेते, इंटिजर rate of interest. Rate of interest. ठीक आहे, रेट ऑफ इंटरेस्ट नावाची एक मेथड घेतली, त्याच्यामध्ये इंटिजर मेथड घेतली. सो यू नीड टू रिटर्न द व्हॅल्यूज. ओके, नाउ I will create the child classes. Suppose Axis Bank, which extends the properties of bank. बँकच्या सगळे ज्या काही प्रोसेसेस आहेत ते त्याला ऍक्सेसिबल आहेत, ऍप्लिकेबल आहेत. सो but rate of interest is different. Rate of interest is different. Suppose I will write here rate of interest as 9. Okay, then same for another bank. Now I will consider as a SBI. Suppose rate of interest is 6. Then ICICI. Now it's I will write it as 7, rate of interest. ICI. Okay. So right now I have taken total three names. Now I will take a one different class. This is bank related application for overriding. So I will write here bank overriding. In that public, you can give a complete name. I have given you a short name, but you take a complete name while implementing from your side. ओके, आता जर मला SBI मधली रेट ऑफ इंटरेस्ट मध्ये इंटरेस्ट असेल तर त्या केस मध्ये मी काय करेन, त्याच क्लासचा ऑब्जेक्ट क्रिएट करेन आणि ही मेथड फेच करेन. इफ आय एम हॅव्हिंग इंटरेस्ट इन द ऍक्सिस बँक, then I will call that Axis Bank object, and through that I will call the get rate of interest method. So initially I will create a object of each and every child class. First one is a access. A is equal to new access. Then second one is a SBI. Then third one is a ICICI. Then just write the SOP statement because we have just written that value. This is the integer method that we have declared earlier, that is the get rate of interest. So for user information, just write here axis rate of interest. Rate of interest. And just give some space, otherwise it will not take space from their side. This is Axis Bank, so A dot get rate of interest. I will copy from here. Okay, so same is applicable for remaining also for printing the values. Just change the name. And here also S and here I. Just save this program. And implement Java C Banco. Okay, जसं होते तसे सगळ्या मेथड्स कॉल झाल्या. ऍक्सेसचा रेट ऑफ इंटरेस्ट होता आपला 9, SBI चा होता 6 आणि ICICI चा होता 7. So this is the actual concept of rate of method overriding. Now have you understood it? Okay, so just go through this program once again, then we will proceed further. Okay, just go through this program, then we will proceed further. Actually, next point is related to covariant return type. Okay, कुणाला काही queries आहेत? Okay, then we will move towards next point, that is the covariant return type. Okay, today we will see this point and we will stop here itself because next one is the super keyword, then instance initializer block, then final keyword. It's applicable to variable methods and class also like this keyword. Okay, then types of a polymorphism. Okay, so this is the scenario of our subject, scenario of our chapter. See, first understand what is meant by covariant return type. It's this type specifies that the return type may vary in the same direction as the subclass. Okay, now what is meaning behind this statement? I will show you in the program. Before Java 5 it was not available, but after that it is added and to override any method by changing the return type. आतापर्यंत आपण ज्या मेथड्स पाहिल्या ओव्हरराइड करताना, मेथड ओव्हररायडिंग मध्ये तर सेम पॅरामीटर लिस्ट होती, सेम डेटा टाइप होता मेथड ओव्हररायडिंग मध्ये. नॉट इन ओव्हरलोडिंग. ठीक आहे, पण इथे कोव्हॅरियंट रिटर्न टाइप अवेलेबल करून दिलेला आहे. बट नाउ to override method by changing the return type in subclass overrides any method whose return type is non-primitive, but it changes the return type by to superclass. Okay, जे आपण मेथड ओव्हरलोडिंग मध्ये करत होतो, रिटर्न टाइप चेंज करून पण ओव्हरलोड करू शकत होतो. सेम पॅटर्न आपल्याला आता इथे अवेलेबल होतोय जावा 5 ऑनवर्ड्स ड्यू टू covariant return type. Just for use of achieving the concept of method overriding. Now see how to implement covariant return type. ठीक आहे, कोव्हॅरियंट रिटर्न टाइप कसा इम्प्लिमेंट करायचा ते चेक करा. सिंपल प्रोग्राम घेते. I will take a new notepad. जस्ट साधा एक क्लास घेते, हॅविंग नेम एज अ क्लास ए. त्याच्यामध्ये एक सिंपल मेथड घेतलेली आहे मी. डेटा टाइप म्हणूनच ऍक्ट होईल. ठीक आहे, हा जो आहे ना तो डेटा टाइप म्हणूनच ऍक्ट होईल. इथे जे क्लास नेम असेल तोच डेटा टाइप म्हणून ऍक्ट होणार प्रत्येक वेळेस. त्याच्यामध्ये मग तुमची जी काही इन्फॉर्मेशन असेल ती तुम्ही लिहू शकता. इथे रिटर्न दिस लिहिते का, तर जे युजर कडनं येणार आहे तेच रिटर्न व्हायला पाहिजे ना म्हणून. ओके, देन आय विल एक्सटेंड दिस क्लास इन वन मोर क्लास. सपोज बी एक्सटेंड्स क्लास ए प्रॉपर्टीज. ठीक आहे, आता इथे आपलं कोव्हॅरियंट रिटर्न टाइप काय असेल, बी, कारण क्लास नेम आहे आपलं बी. लक्षात येते? सेम प्रोसेस, रिटर्न दिस. ओके, आणि सपोज एनी अदर इन्फॉर्मेशन that is if you want to pass to users, then you can write in such a format. Write a SOP statement, system dot out dot println, and that pass the message. Whatever your message is there, you can pass over here. I will write here just welcome, and then write main method in the same program only. Public static void main. And just create object over here like this. आता इथे तुम्हाला ऑब्जेक्ट क्रिएट करताना ती तशी कंप्लीट प्रोसेस क्रिएट करण्याची गरज नाही. जस्ट टेक अ न्यू क्लास नेम डॉट जी तुमची मेथड होती ती प्लस जी तुमची मेथड आहे ज्याच्यामध्ये तुमचा मेसेज आहे, जी तुम्हाला कॉल करायची आहे ती. लक्षात येते? सी, इथं काय झालं ते सांगते. This acts as a return type for this method get. Same over here, and this is your actual method that you are correlating to previous method, that is get. आणि इथे आपण this लिहिल्यामुळे काय होणार आहे, जो इथे मेसेज असणार आहे तो बाय डिफॉल्ट ह्याच्याकडे जाईल आणि मग तो प्रिंट होईल. ओके, and now this A and B are acting as a return type, so we have directly used here new keyword to access that class. We have not created its object. We have not created its object. We have directly call over here. Now see, first I will save it as B. And just execute it. Now see, it has generated error. It has generated one error because I have not right. कारण ही एक रिटर्न टाइप म्हणून वर्क होते, प्लस कन्स्ट्रक्टर आपण यूज करतो, राईट. डेटा टाइप डिझाइन जरी झालेला असला तरी ऑब्जेक्ट डिझाइन करण्यासाठी आपण त्या क्लासचा कन्स्ट्रक्टर घेतो. बाय मिस्टेकली आय हॅव नॉट रिटन हिअर opening and closing bracket of that constructor. That's why it has generated error. वेलकम. लक्षात येतंय? म्हणजे इथं जेव्हा तुम्हाला कॉल करायचा असेल त्यावेळेस ऑब्जेक्ट डिझाइन करण्याची गरज नाही. इथेच तुमची गेट थ्रू तुमचा जो काही ऍक्च्युअल मेसेज असेल म्हणजे ऍक्च्युअल मेथड असेल ती कॉल करू शकता. दिस इज कॉल्ड एज द कोव्हॅरियंट रिटर्न टाइप. Actually, in your syllabus, they have not mentioned directly, but you should know at least name of that data type. Okay, that's why I have taken over here. Actually, its main use is what? It return type assists to stay away from the confusion of type. In class hierarchy, it may happen that sometimes confusion will be there. To avoid that confusion, you can follow this process. Means first take a constructor, then through covariant return type, call your actual method. And it's more usable, readable for maintenance. And one more that it helps in preventing the runtime class exception. Okay, we will see in the exception handling. So it helps for that purpose. Okay. लक्षात येते?
Yes, ma'am.
ओके. आता तुम्हाला काही वेळेस असं होईल, आता मी इथे एकच क्लास घेतला होता आणि तोच मी बी मध्ये एक्सटेंड केला. इथे पण सेम नावाची मेथड जर असती, क्लास ए मध्ये जरी सेम नावाची मेथड असती, तर मेथड ओव्हर रायटिंग होत असताना त्याच्यामध्ये कन्फ्युजन झालं नसतं. त्याच्यामध्ये कन्फ्युजन जनरेट झालं नसतं. म्हणजे त्याच क्लास मधली मेथड फेच होणार, दुसऱ्या क्लास मधली होणार नाही. ज्या क्लास मधली आपल्याला हवी आहे त्याच क्लास मधली फेच करू शकतो आपण. This is the main reason behind this covariant return type. Okay. Covariant return type एकदा इम्प्लिमेंट करा. ऑनलाईन जर तुम्हाला काही अवेलेबल झाले प्रोग्राम्स तर ते पण ट्राय करा. आहेत अवेलेबल, पण आधी प्रिव्हियस द मेथड ओव्हरलोडिंग आणि मेथड ओव्हर रायडिंग प्लस ऍग्रिगेशन हे आधी इम्प्लिमेंट करा, मग कोव्हेरियंट कडे या, म्हणजे ते तुम्हाला इझी जाईल. ओके. Still we are having 10 minutes. Should we move towards super keyword? Yes, students. Should we move towards super keyword?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. See, like this keyword, super keyword also has a 3 main usage. Okay. First, understand why this keyword is present in the Java. The super keyword in Java is a reference variable which is used to refer immediately parent class object. Okay, and whenever you create the instance of a subclass, an instance of a parent class is get created implicitly, which is referred by super reference variable. ओके, जसं दिस कीवर्ड आहे, दिस कीवर्ड आपण कशासाठी यूज करतो, तिथल्या तिथे जे काही तुम्हाला असेल ते, म्हणजे त्याच क्लासमध्ये त्याच नावाने असेल व्हेरिएबल नेम तर दिस कीवर्ड वापरतो, किंवा कन्स्ट्रक्टर कॉल करायचा असेल त्या केसमध्ये आपण दिस कन्स्ट्रक्टर यूज करतो. सेम इज ऍप्लिकेबल फॉर मेथड. बट सुपर कीवर्ड हे कशासाठी यूज केलं जातं, सब क्लास आणि सुपर क्लास ह्या फंक्शनॅलिटी मध्ये. ओके, थोडक्यात इनहेरिटन्स मध्ये तुम्हाला in place of this you need to use the super keyword. Okay, so according to that it is again having 3 different uses. It can be used to refer immediate parent class instance variable, then it can be used to invoke immediate parent class method, and parent class constructor like this keyword only. This keyword फक्त सेम क्लास मध्ये वर्कआउट होतो तिघांसाठी पण, व्हेरिएबल, मेथड आणि कन्स्ट्रक्टर साठी. आणि सुपर कीवर्ड हा इनहेरिटन्सच्या कन्सेप्ट मध्ये सेम व्हेरिएबल, मेथड आणि कन्स्ट्रक्टर साठी वर्कआउट होतो. ओके, एनी क्वेरी? Okay, now first we will see program related to variable. First जो use आहे त्याचा आपण प्रोग्राम बघणार आहोत. I will take here flower, having name of a class as a flower. ह्याच्यामध्ये मी एक व्हेरिएबल घेते कलरचं. कलर नावाचं एक व्हेरिएबल घेतले. त्याच्यामध्ये सपोज मी फ्लॉवरचा कलर पास केला व्हाईट. व्हाईट नावाचा मी एक फ्लॉवर पास केला. Now see. Okay, in this I will use one more class name. Suppose rose is there. So I will use the rose flower which extends, because there are different colors or roses are available. So I will write here rose which extend properties of a normal flower. Plus it has its own color. It has its own color. Suppose its color is yellow. Suppose its color is yellow. And then just use the property as a print color. This is for user information. आपण एक मेथड घेतली print color नावाची जी user information साठी आहे. Write down SOP statement. Inside it just print the variable name, that is color. Now it will print the value of same class. म्हणजे ह्याच क्लास मधला जो कलर व्हेरिएबल आहे तो फेच करेल. And if you want to fetch the properties of a parent class in your program, then you need to write the super keyword. Now it will take the original value of flower, that is white. Okay, and this is concept related to super class. So I will write one class having name as S name. Then public static void main. Pass the arguments. Okay, and here create the object of a rose class. Suppose r is equal to new rose, and just call this method as r dot print color. And save it first. ओके, सुपर कीवर्डचा यूज केल्यामुळे तुम्हाला चाइल्ड क्लास मधल्या प्रॉपर्टीज तर प्रिंट करता आल्याच, प्लस पॅरेंट क्लास मधल्या पण प्रॉपर्टीज प्रिंट करता आल्या. ओके, अंडरस्टूड द यूज ऑफ सुपर कीवर्ड. जर सेम क्लास मध्ये असाल तर तुम्हाला दिस कीवर्ड वापरावा लागेल. जर डिफरंट क्लास मध्ये बट इनहेरिटन्स कन्सेप्ट यूज करून असाल तर तुम्हाला सुपर कीवर्ड यूज करावा लागेल. ओके, okay, if you have understood, then we will move towards the method and constructor. But right now only 2-3 minutes are remain. should we continue in the same lecture or in the next lecture? If you are ready, then continue. We will continue over here. Otherwise, we will continue in the next lecture, method and constructor using super
Next
keyword.
lecture, ma'am.
Okay, next lecture. ओव्हरफ्लो झालं का आजचं? नाही ना? लक्षात आलं ना सगळ्यांच्या?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So practice it for today. Method overloading, method overriding, aggregation, and covariant return time. Okay, I will revise this once again, and then we will move towards super keyword for method and constructor in the next lecture. If you are having any doubts, you can ask me, and prepare yourself for the mock interviews. Okay, prepare yourself for the mock interviews. And one more thing, in mock interviews, you have to on your camera. It's all of you participate it in, because this is the placement activity which conducting from TPO side. Okay, so it's very important. Your participation is important for such a cases, because it's a plus point from our side. Okay, you are ready for the interviews like this. Okay, already you have taken different types of certificates. You have already invested your good time for that certificates, but you should able to represent yourself in that front. Okay, you have already learned different technologies. In the water vacations you are having, you have done the internship, plus you have done that activities also. So you should able to represent your knowledge that you are having. That's why we are asking, just discuss with yourself, just check in which technology you are perfect up till now, whatever you have learned, and keep it as your interest. जो सब्जेक्ट तुम्हाला बोलता येतोय, ज्याच्याबद्दल तुम्हाला नॉलेज आहे, तो सब्जेक्ट ऍज अ इंटरव्ह्यू पॉइंट तुम्ही ठेवू शकता. Okay, everybody is having their own subject as a interest. Okay, no one is having a fixed subject like your interest. Okay, so according to your interest, give the subject name and prepare yourself. Compulsorily on the camera, wear the formal dresses, because whenever actual interviews were conducted by the companies, it may be TCS, Wipro, Capgemini, etc. At that time, they have given the same instruction to final year students. Okay, you can ask if anybody is in touch with you, just ask with them. Same rules they have applied to them. So it
Ma'am,
may
when is
happen
the mock interview?
in the in online mode only.
No, ma'am. Which date?
Tomorrow. In that
Okay.
period, your lecture will not be there. Only mock interviews will be conducted by our panel. Not a single staff will be there. A complete panel of staff is there. Okay, like a actual interviews. जसं ऍक्च्युअलला केलेलं होतं, म्हणजे कंपनीजनी, विप्रो असेल, TCS असेल, कॅपजेमिनी, अजून बऱ्याच ज्यांनी ज्यांनी आतापर्यंत इंटरव्ह्यूज घेतलेले आहेत त्यांनी सेम रूल अप्लाय केलेला आहे. पॅनल होतं त्यांचं सेपरेट HR चं, त्यांनी ते पॅनल थ्रू म्हणजे जसं ज्याचा इंटरेस्ट असेल त्यानुसार त्यांनी क्वेश्चन्स विचारलेले होते. प्लस त्यांना व्हिडिओ ऑन करायचा होता. फॉर्मल मध्ये होते सगळे स्टुडंट्स. त्यांचा ऑलरेडी डेटा म्हणजे त्यांची जी काही इन्फॉर्मेशन असेल, ज्यांनी जे काही वर्कआउट केलेलं होतं त्याची, त्यांचे पर्सेंटेज ते ऑलरेडी गेलेलं होतं त्यांच्याकडे. फक्त त्या दिवशी त्यांना परफॉर्म करायचं होतं थ्रू इंटरव्ह्यू. ठीक आहे, आपण सेम फॉर्मॅट अप्लाय करणार आहोत, त्याच्यामुळे तयारी करा. जो तुमचा इंटरेस्ट असेल मोस्टली त्याच्यामध्ये प्रिपरेशन करा, कारण तुम्ही आता थर्ड इयरला आहात. तुमचे 3 सेमिस्टर ऍक्च्युअल टेक्निकल झालेले आहेत, त्यामुळे आता तुम्हाला बऱ्यापैकी आयडिया असेल. आता फक्त तुमची 1 सेमिस्टर राहिली थर्ड इयर मधली. आताची तर चालू आहे, जिथपर्यंत झाले तिथपर्यंत प्रिपरेशन केलं तरी चालेल. ओके, सिलेक्ट द युअर एरिया. सो स्टुडंट्स, थँक्यू ऑल ऑफ यू अँड टेक केअर. जर कोणाला काही क्वेरीज असतील तर आता विचारू शकता. ओके.